Yes, before starting the inverse circular function, because it's an inverse is needed, so that's why first we should complete relation and function, and then we will go on next part, inverse circular function. So in that first thing we are taking relation. In relation, in the beginning uh, of this chapter, which we have started last year, few things we have already done, and next now we are going to continue on that relation. So I just brief whatever we have done last year, and then we will continue with the further topic which we have in our syllabus. Whenever we think about relation, first thing which I told you, what ordered pair. Ordered pair, I told you, this is the collection of two elements. Two elements we are collecting together, or we are just clubbing two elements such a way that they must specify certain order. For example, I say it is A comma B. This order pair, this pair of element is called order pair, in which A is the first element, B is the second element. Why we call this as an order pair? Because here order is very important. You are not taking any simply two element. You are taking a pair of element in which there is a some specification for first element and the second element. For example, if I just take the graph, on the graph paper, if I just say you mark this point, you always say, for example, if this point is 1 comma 2, then you have always a specification that this will be the x coordinate and this will be the y coordinate. So 1 and 2. So here specified order is there, 1 comma 2. So in this case we will say first coordinate always represent x coordinate, and y coordinate will be the second coordinate. So it is always x coordinate, it is y. You can't change it. By the way, if you write 2 comma 1, automatically this point is going to shift somewhere here. This will become 2 comma 1. So that means the order pair in which the order is very important, and if order is changed, we will get a new element here. So that is first thing you should keep in mind. What are the order pair? Order pair means simply a collection of two elements which specify certain order. If my name is there, or our name, whenever we write always our first name and then we take our last name. So whenever I say Sanjeev Sharma, that is clear, my name is Sanjeev and the last name is the Sharma. So that's why we will say always there is a order pair. So if this type of things if we are doing, they are coming in order pair. After that, next thing which we have done, that if two order pairs are equal, if I say two order pairs, one is order pair AB and this is 2 comma 3. If someone say they are equal, if they are equal, that means their first pair, first element should be equated with first and second should be equated with second. So whenever the order pair are same, order pair are equal means whatever the elements here should be same here, whatever first element should be first element here, whatever second element will be second element. So that you should keep in mind. So this is the equality of order pair. After that we have done, that was Cartesian product. In Cartesian product what we have done, let there are two sets. A, non-empty set I am saying, let the set A is having element 1, 2, 3. Then another set let we'll take, it will be 2 and 6. And if I say you write down Cartesian product A cross B, the definition of A cross B says it is collection of your order pairs A comma B. We are collecting a order pair A comma B where A should come from A and B should come from B. This is your A cross B. A cross B is A comma B where A belongs to A and B belongs to B. This is called our Cartesian product. So A cross B is AB. By the way, someone write B cross A, then change will come. This will be B and A. In this case, we will say B will be an element of B and A will be an element of A. So first element coming from set B and second will come from A. So directly now if I say you write down what is A cross B, very simple, you can write first element should be taken from here, second from here. How many order pairs will be there? This has 3 elements, this has 2 elements. So 3 into 2, total 6 elements will be there. What that will be? First will be 1 comma 2, 1 comma 6. Then comes 2 comma 2, 2 comma 6. Then comes 3 comma 2 and 3 comma 6. This is your Cartesian product. Same way if I say someone say B cross A you write down, then what change will be there? First element will come from here, second from here. So that will be 2 comma 1. Then we will say it will be 2 comma 2. Then comes 2 comma 3. Then comes 6 comma 1. 6 comma 2 and 6 comma 3. This is your B cross A. So these are simply the Cartesian products we have. After this Cartesian product, we came on relation. Definition of relation. When we say definition of relation, what it says? R is a relation from A to B. If R is a relation from A to B, that means we should have, this must be a subset of this if and only if R is a subset of Cartesian product A cross B. R is a relation from A to B. What is relation? This is simply nothing but a subset of Cartesian product. Whatever A cross B or B cross A you are taking, its subset will always give you a relation. So in this case, it is A cross B. So if I say A cross B, how many subsets are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements are there. So we will say 2 power 6 subsets will be there. This is number of subsets. And if any subset I'll take from this, what that subset, for example, I'll take only first 2 pairs. So that will be 1 comma 2 and 1 comma 6. Then this will be called as a relation. Let this relation be R1. Second relation, we'll take second subset. Maybe it is taken 1, 2, 1, 6, 2, 2. This is another relation. So any subset means sum of the order pair you take, maybe all order pair you take, you will get a relation. So relation from A to B, R is a relation from A to B if and only if R is a subset of A cross B. And if it is a subset, it will be a relation. That you should keep in mind. So any subset of A cross B will give you a relation from A to B. If it is a subset of B cross A, then it will be giving relation from B to A. This is the definition you should keep in mind. Now the question comes, how we decide that we have taken these 3 pair or these 2 pair from this set. In that case, whenever they say relation, they will mention some rule for you. And that rule will decide which element you are going to take from this order pair and which you are not going to take. For example, they say the relation this way. R, where it is a collection of order pair x comma y, or you can take A comma B, doesn't matter, and where x plus y is coming as 8, where x belongs to A and y belongs to B. Now check here. We want a relation x comma y where x plus y is 8, where x is a member of A and y is a member of B. This is the collection of order pair of A cross B. Which members are giving x plus y is 8? This is the rule given. This will give you relation 2 and 6. That will make it sum 8. This will give 3. This will give 7. This will give 4. This will give 5. This will give 9. So only one order pair. So I say this relation will be simply one pair 2 comma 6. By the way, another relation they say R. R is another relation. What that relation I am giving here? X comma y, where I say x is greater than y, x belongs to A and y belongs to B. Just check here. Which element I'll take? X greater than y. This is one element only, 3 comma 2. Other are having first element less. Maybe another relation given, x comma y, where x plus y is greater than 4. X belongs to A and y belongs to B. Just check here. Sum is 4, greater than 4. This cannot be possible. Yes, this will be a member. 1 comma 6 will come. This cannot be taken because it is 4 only. Then it will be 2 comma 6. Then comes out to the 3 comma 2 and 3 comma 6. This will be the order pair we have. Now, after getting these relations, certain things also we should know. What is that? That was domain of relation. Domain of R. And that I told, the domain of R will be nothing but A, where A comma B belongs to R. Means it is nothing but whatever relation set you have. This is our relation set, this is our relation set, this is your relation set. Their first element, if you are collecting, it will give you domain. In this case, what is the first element? Only one, that is 2. In this case, what is the domain of this relation? That come out to be only 3. In this case, domain of relation, when you take first element is 1, 2, 3. This is repeated, so we will not take that 1, 2 and 3. So these are simply called as domain of relation. Second thing we have done, that was range of R. And range of R says this was X where, this will be B where A comma B belongs to R. Means this is the collection of second element we have. What is second element here? So if I say range of R, in first case if I say, it will be simply 6. In this case, range, if I say this part, range, this come out to be only 2. In this case, when you say range, you write down, this will come out to be 6, 6, 2, 6. So it will be coming to 6. So this will be the range definition we have. So I told what is domain, what is range, these type of thing we have done last year. So this was the briefing I have done. Now coming on the relation this year which you have. And in this year, there is a slight change we made. What that is, the relation I am going taking from set A to B. But now they will say you just think about a relation from A to A or B to B. Only single set will be given and relation will be going from first set to second set. So first and second both will be same this time. So if I say R is a relation on A, what is the change I'll make here? This time the relation which they will give, R is a relation on A. On A means what? From A to A. This is if and only if R is a subset of A cross A. Means this time only one set will be given to you and then you will be finding the relation. So R is a relation on A means it will be R is a subset of A cross A. We should keep in mind. So this is the relation we have. R is a relation on A. Now coming on, this was the relation I told you from A to A. One thing I left in between, that also I will tell you. Inverse of relation. Inverse of relation will be denoted by R inverse. And this is nothing but B comma A where AB belongs to R. Whatever relation you have calculated, for example, I'll take one relation. It is going from A to B. And how this relation is defined? A set I am taking, let it will be 1, 3, 5 and 7. And B is another relation, let it be 2, 4 and 6. And the relation R is given by A comma B, where A plus B is less than 11. Now if I say this, then the relation when I write, first order pair will be 1, 2, that is less than 11. Yes, I should take 1, 2. 1, 4, yes, it should be taken. 1, 6, yes, it will be taken. Then come 3, 2, yes, it will be taken. Then come out to be 3, 4, it will be taken. 7, 3, 6, 9, it will be taken. 5, comma 2, yes, it will be taken. 5, comma 4, yes, it will be taken. 5, comma 6, yes, no, it's less than 11. Then 7, comma 2, yes, it will be taken. 7 to 9, less than 11. 7 and 4, 11. 7 and 6, 13. So no. This is R. Now when we think about R inverse, R inverse means I told you it is BA where AB belongs to R. So this was the relation. Inverse when you take, it will be simply reverse. That means it will come 2, 1. It will come 4, 1. Comes out to be 6, 1. Comes out to be 2, 3. Come out to be 4, 3. Come out to be 6, 3. Come out to be 2, 5. Come out to be 4, 5. Come out to be 2, 7. So this way you will be having inverse of the relation. So these are the things we have done last year. This was the small topic left. We have completed that also. And next video, I will be going to take this topic which we have in our syllabus now, relation on a single set. So that will continue next time.